Alright, guys. Crasher and I were just chatting. He's taking me to a doctor's appointment. Because that's my life now. What was I saying? Oh, shit, it's hot as balls. We're on the highway. Okay. So he's driving me to a doctor's appointment. I lost my babe. There it is. And he put on Portugal the Man. And I was like, how did this whole conversation start? I don't know. I asked him.
I was just listening to a few songs of Portugal the Man. You started asking me about why I liked them.
I started liking Portugal the Man when Feel It Still came out. And I just liked Feel It Still, and then at work I would put on my headphones and do my job and listen to like YouTube just auto playing stuff, and it started playing a bunch of Portugal the Man for me, and I started liking them as a band. And ever since then I've been telling Crasher like, hey bro, you should really check out this band, Portugal the Man, because they are pretty tits. They're pretty titty sprinkles. And Crasher never listens to anything I say. Like, it's like if he listens to something I ask him to do or like mention to him, he like dies. He just collapses and ceases to exist. So he cannot listen to anything I suggest. So then, my two favorite albums are Evil Friends and Woodstock. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And Crasher, last year his sister offered him a free ticket to Lollapalooza 2023 in Chicago. And he was like, oh, I don't know if I should go. And I was like, dude, you should go. Portugal the Man's playing.
Yeah, I mean, after I looked up who all was playing, then I saw that Portugal the Man and also Dope Lemon were playing. Another guy that I like a lot. So saw both of them as well as a number of others, but that was the two people that I cared about seeing.
So Crasher goes to this concert and comes home, and for the next year only listens to Portugal the Man and nothing else. Well, like 9 months, nothing but Portugal the Man. So I asked him, I was like, what about seeing him live made you love Portugal the Man?
Yeah, because it wasn't until after I was already listening to a handful of songs of theirs before seeing them live, and that's why I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down to go to this. And but then seeing them live, they were super well. First off, they brought out like this Native American lady that introduced them and was talking about like respecting the environment and taking care of each other, etc. Like, so it was pretty cool and made me like them more. But then the concert itself was super awesome, especially for a festival set. And whenever they were playing some of their new songs, then they were saying how they had just released their new album that those were off of, and I didn't know that they had released the new album yet. I had just heard Dummy off of it. And so then afterwards I checked out the new album in the days following Lollapalooza, and it just really spoke to me specifically. Like the entire album, it was super awesome. And then so I continued listening to Chris Black Changed My Life. That's the name of that album. Every day since then, up until maybe a couple of months ago, whenever I finally started switching it back up again to listen to other stuff. But kept adding on to that because Chris Black Changed My Life is like 34 minutes, so it's not a super long album. So I listened to that first, but then slowly started working my way backward through their albums. And the next album right before Chris Black Changed My Life is Woodstock, but I purposefully was avoiding listening to Woodstock because of how everybody talked shit about it, of it being their sellout album and being like more poppy compared to the rest of their work and stuff. And I was already really familiar with a lot of the songs off of Evil Friends, which is the next album before Woodstock. So I went from Chris Black Changed My Life to Evil Friends and so on, just kept expanding backwards, and then was listening to everything except for Woodstock and the first two albums, because similarly people talk shit about the first two albums. With the second album, they say that it just doesn't sound like the rest of their work, and similarly with the first album, they say it doesn't sound like the rest of their work, but also that it sounds like the Mars Volta, and I'm not, like, I haven't ever listened to the Mars Volta, but it's some other band, but they were pretty much saying that Portugal the Man's first album was derivative of Mars Volta and was crap as a result. But eventually I did listen to those other albums in that order of Woodstock, and then later finally listened to Churchmouth, their second album, and then still was avoiding their first album for a good while after that, and then finally listened to
Woodstock.
And then finally listened to the first album. And it's really stupid because I've had this happen before, of purposefully avoiding some shit because I put it in my head that it's like stupid or bad because people talk shit about it.
Pause. That right there, you would not listen to Portugal the Man for almost a decade because you were all like, they got a good song, that song, like the one fucking song, which is a good song, like, fuck you guys. This started because I got all pissy because Crash and I have talked about this a couple of times. People being all like, the whole sellout thing, like, they sold out with Woodstock or whatever, fucking Metallica sold out. Fuck this shit, okay? Fuck that shit. I want you, my favorite artist, to not earn a living doing what you love doing so I can feel better about myself. Suck my dick on that shit. Fuck that shit. That is super fucking shitty to me, and you're a terrible fan. That's how I feel about it. Like, we went to Riot Fest this year, and I saw fucking Slayer for the second time for free, and I hate that fucking band. The whole time, it was like 40 minutes in the rain of Slayer on a fucking loop, jerking themselves off in a big circle jerk about, we're so great for metal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, fuck you, okay? Metallica's great for metal. You want to know why? Because they have not going to other festivals around the country, playing at other fucking festivals. They had their own fucking festival called Summer Sanitarium and traveled and made other bands bigger, such as Linkin Park. And so it's like, you know what, Slayer, suck my dick, you fucking pretentious, fucking full of yourself assholes. I don't care. If you want to hate on me, go ahead. Fuck Slayer and fuck people who are all like, they're sellouts. Kiss my fucking ass. Okay? I hate this shit, okay? It pisses me the fuck off. When we went and saw Portugal the Man in February for our 20th anniversary and Crash's birthday, I got a shirt made that said, I like Portugal the Man after they sold out. You want to know why? Because fuck these haters who are all like, they suck now because they make money off of their fucking art. Like, fuck off. Okay? Douchebags. So anyways, Crasher wouldn't listen to Portugal the Man for the longest time because he's a douchebag like that. I married a douchebag like that.
Then And like what I was saying, like it's really stupid of me because it's happened before in the past, and then whenever I finally do try the thing or whatever, then often end up liking it or whatever. So, as was the case with those albums, like the second album and Woodstock both are not my favorite albums of theirs, but they definitely...
Fuck you, Woodstock is a masterpiece.
They definitely both still have a lot of good songs and are good albums in their own right or whatever, but the first one especially, I avoided that one like the most, and it's one of my favorites for sure.
You know what else pisses me off about that? I can't help, and nobody can help when they hear a band for the first time, okay? It's not like I could go back in time and be like, oh, I wish I found out about Portugal the Man before Feel It Still. Suck my knob, okay? It pisses me off. Pisses me off. Anyways, so then Crasher is all like telling about like, oh, you know, I listen to the critics. Here's what I do. I go, oh, I float around in life, guys, okay? Like, people tell me stuff and they make recommendations, and I go, okay, cool, I'm not going to do that. Or, okay, cool, I'll give it a shot. And then they're like, oh, you should just try it. Like, what? There's some show. I avoid a lot of things on Amazon Prime because I think Jeff Bezos is the scum of the earth. But everybody's like, oh, you should watch this Man on the Hill or some Man in the Tower or some shit. It's like if Nazi Germany won the war. And it's something that sounds like I would want to watch it. And I probably should watch it, but I'm avoiding it like the plague because fuck Jeff Bezos. Okay? Scum of the earth. Piece of shit. I'm sure he's sitting with his billions of dollars being like, I don't give a fuck. I'm sure he's never even going to see this. Who cares? But if he did see it, he'd be like, I don't give a fuck what this piece of shit says. Driving around in her minivan. But nobody has had to piss in a bottle to pay my mortgage, all right? I don't even have a mortgage. I pay rent. I went on a side tangent there. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Anyway. But yeah, I float through life being all like, you know, I don't really listen to other people's opinions about stuff. And I find it super interesting when I hear Crasher go through these elaborate explanations off of what he has read from other people. And I get it, like, you know, reviews are a good thing. I do a lot of reviews. If you check out my reviews on Google Photo or Google Maps or whatever, you'll see a bunch about toilets. Those are good reviews, those are functional. You need to know if a bathroom has hot water running in it. Okay? And if it's a scummy bathroom. Alright? I always review the bathroom. But I don't live my life by reviews. I'm not sitting here being all like, you know what? I like this album so much from this band, but I'm going to avoid these other albums because a bunch of other jerk-offs who are on their fucking douchebag mode are all like, hoity-toity about it. Fuck that. Try it out.
Yeah. I like to read what other people's like impressions were of the album and stuff, or their interpretations of different things, you know?
You let it hold too much, like, you let it take up too much space rent-free in your fucking head, though.
Yeah. Like, sometimes, like, I'll be more impartial, but other times not.
I mean, what I could say, too, like, Maddie, like, Jenna tells me all the time, read the fucking reviews. What are you doing? Whenever I'm, like, looking for stuff online. And I'm just like, that's a waste of time. And then it's like, I'll get something. I'm like, this is a piece of shit. Jenna will be like, yeah, it's got 2 stars on Amazon. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have read the reviews. So, I guess there's a balance in everything. I got all heated about nothing. Except Jeff Bezos sucks, and people who call bands sellout or douchebags. You know, that's the thing, too. I don't see you living off of your music, okay? So, fuck off. You want their music, they need to get paid to make the music, alright?
Analysis or whatever of Chris Black changed my life.
Oh, you didn't say the award. What? You got an award this month.
Yeah, I got a YouTube award text to me like 2 days ago that I was like the top Portugal the Man listener for YouTube music for the month of September. I was in the top 0.01% of Portugal the Man listeners.
I don't think many people listen. I don't think many people use YouTube music like we do. Like, that's our only music streaming, which I don't understand. I get it for free.
It's fine to me. I like it.
Maybe you should listen to him on Spotify. Maybe that'll be more of a challenge. You get the top.
Yeah, of getting the top spot like that.
Yeah.
On Spotify.
Did you screenshot that? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
But
Yeah, you did.
They had a little thing to like save a picture of it anyway that did like a full screen or like a vertical picture that was nicer. So I've got it all set. Like I've got the screenshots still too. So whatever. Either way.
Dude, we're like an hour early to this fucking doctor's appointment. What the fuck? Shawty. I sang that terrible. What I love about Portugal the Man is there's a lot of parts in songs where you have no idea what the fuck this guy is saying. You just make it up. Like that part is shouting. I think he's saying shorty. How the fuck? Like if you listen to that song, it's like how the fuck is that shouting? Shout it! I guess that makes sense. But I used to sing it shorty. Shorty! Yeah. So anyways, fuck sellouts. Or fuck people who hate sellouts. I love sellouts. I fucking love sellouts. Otherwise, I'm not like this. I'm digging through the depths of the music to find good shit, alright? Just give me something. And if I like it, it's meant to be. Okay? I have this whole theory about messages and lyrics. I sound like a crazy person if I say it out loud. Don't go to this place. I don't want to go here for another, 45 minutes.
Okay, well, I can still find a place to pull over.
What was I saying?
You don't care if they sell out, that you're not picky about your music like that, whatever. Something.
Oh, I'm picky. I have to have an emotional connection to the song for me to like it. Otherwise, it's like a total waste of my time. Like people are like, walking on sunshine, whoa. They're like, oh, I love this song. And I'm like, fuck this song. I hate this song.
I'd say it's a combination for me, but it's more about the music, I would say, to me, than the lyrics. But there are still a lot of songs that I like because of the lyrics. So it's like I said, a combination.
A combination. Well, you actually play and read music.
But there's a lot of music that I listen to that I don't have any idea what the lyrics are because it's metal music, but the music is really good, and so that's the main reason I listen to it.
Yeah. Anyways. Thumbs up if you're not a douche and you love sellouts. That's all I gotta say. There's a jerk around here. I gotta go grocery shopping.
Well, that's what I was gonna say about the sellouts thing of, in the case of Portugal the Man, they do a lot of good with the money that they make.
Okay.